Hey everybody, this is Dan Burke. Another LARP project here, working on a new suit of armor. A couple of you have seen on Facebook, doing an inlay, but one of my goals was I wanted to build a set of Molly-like attachments on the armor so I could have modular attachments for bags. And I'm trying to do this with lacing and Velcro, and I made a few mistakes. So in the effort of documenting those mistakes, so when someone else tries this later, I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. Mistake number one, I didn't give enough space on the attachments. So there's like 2 inches here of Velcro. It's going to need a lot more because what I did was I put about 40 silver in here. That would be Nero silver. And I just started shaking it around real good. And what I'm finding is it'll start to separate just because there's not enough space for it to attach. So that was failure number one. I needed to give it more room on the Velcro. So giving it more room on the Velcro is a good plan. What I'm going to do, I think, is rather than making these big flat sections that aren't bound to the armor, I'm actually going to put all the holes in it. I'm going to punch all the holes, redo this all the way through, and keep that back part. And then I'm just going to cut the Velcro to put the Velcro between each of the laces. So that way there's a constant series of attachment points for the Velcro. So it should be one giant bound piece on that. That ought to be good. And then what I'll probably do is make a center attachment point here in the middle. So that way it's here, just that one piece, and then I can just run this all the way down. So there's constantly bind, 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 bind. And I think that'll work a little better. If nothing else, it should give it a lot more tensile strength for when we're running around and bouncing and jumping up and down. The other thing I didn't do was I kept trying to go and leave these gaps here to give it more flexibility in the armor. I didn't want to make it super rigid. I didn't want to tie it just to the piece of leather, but you know what? I think I can get away with it. There's so much play in it, and leather is fairly stretchy, especially once it gets out and starts getting used. It'll break in pretty quick. So I'm going to take this piece apart. I'm going to take this center piece of lacing out. Take this whole center piece off. I'll punch all new holes through the back part of the centerpiece. These two top pieces are going to come off, and they're just going to be a loss. But that's not the end of the world. I can repurpose them towards something else later. And yeah, we're going to see where that goes. So we'll come back in about maybe an hour, 2 hours, and we'll see what I've gotten done with that. And we'll give you an update on how this whole plan to make a modular attachment point on my armor for, this is the suit of armor I'm going to be selling actually. So we're going to see how this goes. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.